It is 1st and 10. Begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. A low-hit Gilman up from the secondary for that tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 28. He lets one fly deep downfield. His first throw is an interception. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. And the Chargers take possession of the football. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. There's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Home troops right. Go.
Herbert throwing right away. Finding Hurst. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. Back now, pressure on its way. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. D. Alford getting there for the stop. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone. Short of the 15. That's 16 on the pickup. And it brings up an LA first down. From the red zone now. This into the hands of Will Dissly. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Dobbins can't push it across. They make the stand. Looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. The 50. 30. He's at the 10. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to the pick 6. I don't know about you, Brock, but I could almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to the opposite end zone for 6 on the other side of the board.
You just don't really believe it's happening until he's, well, 30, 40 yards into his return, and then you're just powerless. Kate, just over 40 times in the history of the NFL this has happened.
Wow.
What a return to add to that list.
Young Hui Koo on for the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Has this at the 6. And look at this return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. He was descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. That's Matthew Judon in on the tackle. Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's incomplete left side. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Herbert from the gun. On the move, headed right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're staring at 4th and long. They're going for it. It's Herbert. He connects downfield on 4. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's Avery Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Here we go.
To the air with Penix. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Robinson on the inside give. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Sent to the ground by Khalil Mack. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Penix working from the gun. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Darius Davis to return it. Returns looking good so far. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Baylor Tigers. Baylor Tigers. What is it?
Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. Trying again, following the sack. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. That's Justin Simmons. And the Falcons twist the knife after that interception. Wow, they took it all the way back to the 20-yard line before being stopped.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Penix here from the gun. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards. 3rd and just 2 to go. From the shotgun, Penix. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons grow their lead just before halftime. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
On the return, here comes Davis. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Getting out to his left. Completed to Hurst. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Herbert now. Short pass caught by his tight end. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Back to the air, Herbert. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Herbert now off the play fake. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to reach the 6 before he goes out. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, now you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
And that play is brought to a halt, so you're going to say, at the 5-yard line. 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Browns kick is up and good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Fields the hard squib kick. And somehow they reach the end zone with no time remaining in the half.
This is ridiculous.
Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Palmer motioning right. Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Catch made left side by McConkey. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 3rd down run by Dobbins. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting to completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. It just couldn't quite find the connection.
This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Offense in the hurry up here. Play action now for Herbert. Johnston brings it in. It's a 21-yard gain. And the Chargers will have a first. Herbert to throw once more. On target to Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Offense up to the line fast. The throw is caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Working quickly here. The give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he's in for the touchdown. The Chargers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Herbert's going to look to throw for this. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Falcons make the most of the interception, returning this up to their own 25 before going down. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. McLeod now returning it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's a counter give to Robinson. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 31. Doesn't make the connection. That one intended for Drake London. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Penix on 3rd down. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Falcons with the ball. They're leading, but not by a ton. So with the Falcons set to punt on 4th, on comes Bradley Pinion. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. 65 yards on the punt there. And the Chargers are going to take over deep in their own territory. Herbert on 1st down. This ball's caught by Palmer. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 1st and 10, Herbert. That throw finds Johnston. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Offense in the hurry-up here. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 45 on 2nd down. Looking for... Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. He's back to throw. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down. He'll throw it. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another carry for Robinson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. That's 8 yards for the gain, and that narrows it to just 5 yards needed on 3rd down. Putting a receiver in motion. He'll look to throw it. Throw reeled in by London. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They're set up at the 35 now.
Let's go now.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Staying with Robinson. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
70 Lions.
Looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And 4th and 4 coming up. Oh, this is going to be close, and it's no good. He hooked it too far left. And they fail to make this a two-score ball game.
And hope still remains in the building, Kate. Not a two-score game. In fact, a make there, well, it could have been a death knell. But the miss, you just see it. It breathes some new life into the opposing sideline.
And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he drives it close to the red zone before going out. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. And he takes it in for the touchdown. Down to their last breaths. And he gives them a shot now to force overtime. So there's part one, Brock. They get the touchdown that they desperately needed. Now you'd imagine comes a try for two.
Yeah, and this might be just as tough as to go get that touchdown they just did. Because, well, they work on two-point conversions, but they're difficult. This is also a must-have, though, Kate, if they want to try and force overtime.
And the Falcons are all over the kick. That should just about wrap things up here.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell